What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Tampa Sports knucklehead, Basil Spiridakos, coming back at you. First off, I want to apologize for not being here the past couple weeks. Some things got caught up in motion. These things happen sometimes, but guess what? I'm back, coming correct. We're making things fresh. Let's get started. Lots to talk about today. First up, quick Rays talk. I didn't get a chance to talk about this very much, considering that I was in the basement for the past couple weeks, but I'm back. We're going to talk about the Rays real quick and their choke job. Listen, let's just forget about Cliff Lee. The guy is awesome. The Rays had their chances in games 2, 3, and 4, okay? They took care of business in 3 and 4, but C.J. Wilson made those guys look awful. I mean, really awful. The bats were freezing cold. And can someone please explain to me why Kelly Shoppach was starting Game 5? He wasn't the complete reason why they lost that series or that game, but he was a lot to do with it. I was under the impression that the catcher is like the captain. He's the guy that sets everybody in motion. Seems like no one knew what they were doing. The Rays look like a softball team. I'm really sorry the season is over. It sucks. I do see a few positive things in the future. I'm really sad to see Carl Crawford go. That's probably going to happen, guys. I'm sorry to tell you. It's probably going to happen. Pena, hey, bye. I'm fine with you being gone. We got to look positive for the future. There are a lot of good prospects that are going to be coming up, but it was sad to see us go that way. Next up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What exactly happened to those guys this past weekend? Listen, offensive and defensive line are like the lifeblood of football, okay? That's like the basics, okay? The trenches. What happened last week was embarrassing to see a fourth-string Saints running back run all over them, like 158 yards or some crap like that, okay? 10 yards a carry. This guy's a no-name from nowhere, and he made the Bucs defense look like a bunch of no-names from nowhere. I'm not judging Gerald McCoy just yet. I still like the kid, but he got pushed around all over the place. Listen, I think it comes down to the coaching. Coaching absolutely needs to get on top of these guys and do something different real quick, because the secondary's got a little bit better when they were shaky to start with, and now the run defense is god-awful. And Josh Freeman, I like you a lot, man, but you need to learn to see whenever people are coming at you from 18 different directions. You are under a lot of pressure. I understand our offensive line had a lot to do with that, but dude, get rid of the ball, please, before you get killed. We're going to head into the world of college football real quick. First up, the Florida Gators. What is going on, man? What is going on there in Gainesville, losing 3 in a row? And real quick, if you caught on to the August issue of What's Hot Tampa Bay and you saw my column, guess what? I had them losing all 3 of those games. I'm not going to pat my back, but I am pretty good. Moving on. Listen, Gators. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're just not as good as you all think you are, okay? I like John Brantley, but in order for him to be a good quarterback, his receivers need to catch the ball, okay, first off, and his offensive line need to block. Adazio's getting a ton of the blame, and I understand why he's getting a ton of the blame, because the play calling has just been atrocious. It's boring. It's the same thing over and over. But Brantley should not be getting the brunt of the blame, because these guys aren't even helping him out. Listen, Adazio needs to give the reins to someone else. And Urban Meyer needs to take responsibility. He needs to take action, and he needs to do something about what's going on. Otherwise, this ship is going to sail, and it's going to absolutely sink. Next up, Florida State Seminoles. Listen, great game against Boston College. I'm seriously going to say great game. I understand that it was a close win, okay, to an inferior team. Here's why it was a great win. You smoked Miami the week before, okay? Killed those guys. It is really high to keep those high emotions in college football. It really is. So for them to go and to play as flat as they did and come out with a win is actually a good thing, okay? A win is a win no matter how ugly it is. Here's my problem, is the Florida State fans already talking crap about guys like Christian Ponder, who Ponder's playing hurt right now. Now listen, the guy, although he's no longer a Heisman candidate, is a veteran, knows the system, and is a darn good quarterback. Is a 50% Christian Ponder better than 100% E.J. Manuel, who hasn't even performed that well, especially this year? I beg to differ. I'm not even going to get to the USF Bulls all that much, because honestly, the Bulls are just playing bad. B.J. Daniels is all the Bulls have. I've said that over and over. He has no wide receiver help. He has no running back help. And since when did B.J. Daniels think he's Michael Vick? Seriously. Coaching needs to step up real fast. Skip Holtz, I like you, and I think eventually there's going to be some great recruits to come and play for y'all. But in the meantime, you guys got to do something, anything to salvage this season, because I'm thinking you won't even make a bowl game. And lastly, Bolts action. How about those guys, man? They've only lost one so far. And last night they went ahead and defeated Dallas Stars 5-4 against the Dallas Stars. Now, there were some positives and a lot of negatives to take from it. First off, they got up and they got up big. And then they became very lackadaisical, allowing 4 straight goals. Listen, Lightning will get better. They really will. They have a great combination of youth and veterans, and you've got to love Stamkos. The kid is no longer a borderline superstar, but is a superstar with a goal last night and 2 assists. Listen, these guys will get better. Trust me. Defensively, they have a lot of things to work on, but that all comes with time throughout the season. Trust me, these guys are making the playoffs. All right, so we're closing this show out real quick. I want to go ahead and apologize again because we never got a chance to announce the winner from the contest. We're going to extend it one more week, okay? Give us your take on what you think of the NFL's blackout rule, all right? We want your questions and comments here on the YouTube page or on WHTBmagazine.com. Email me personally. I love getting them, man. I'm going to answer them all. TampaKnucklehead@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter. Me, @TPA Knucklehead, and What's Hot Tampa Bay, @What's Hot T-Bay. We will see you guys next week.